Hey everybody, Nick Espinosa, your chief security fanatic here, and today we have to think about the children because two new bills that may become law here in the United States are doing just that, protecting kids. Now, here's what's going on. This is coming from Axios, and while passing a national online consumer privacy bill continues to be out of Congress's reach due to the partisan nature of Congress at the moment, protecting young people online has been one of those few areas in recent decades where Congress has been able to pass new tech regulations and legislation. Now, the two laws at the moment that are, or the two bills, I should say, that are best positioned to get rolled out into year-end legislative packages such as defense or spending, according to advocates and lawmakers, are the Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA, which would require platforms to guard kids from harmful content using new features and safeguards and to make privacy settings on by default for children, meaning when you sign up, the privacy settings, if you're under the age of 18, are automatically turned on for you. The law also mandates privacy audits and more transparency about privacy policies from the Facebooks of the world. Big fan of that. We are lagging behind in those kinds of things, especially against the EU and some other places. Now, the other one is the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act, which bans marketing to minors without their consent. It also extends some privacy protections online that now only cover children through age 12, so that now they continue through age 16. Remember, we have the COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, that basically states you have to be 13 years or older to sign up for the Facebooks of the world, but we know that younger kids get on there to learn, to interact. Maybe their parents get them educational apps. This is what we are talking about. We should not be able to market to minors without, I would think, parental consent, not just their consent as well. Now, Senate leadership is pushing to make these bills a priority, including the chair of the Senate Commerce Committee, which is Senator Maria Cantwell. She's a Democrat out of Washington State. And I quote Patricia Enright, the communications director for the committee. Senator Cantwell is meeting with families this week and supports any effort to get children's online privacy passed during the lame duck. Remember, we've got a new Congress coming in January being sworn in. They are trying to get this done before the end of the year. Now, the likeliest path forward for these bills is for them, like I said, to be added to year-end defense or spending, so we'll see what happens there. Now, Senator Richard Blumenthal, a Democrat out of Connecticut, he's a sponsor of the Kids Online Safety Act, told reporters on Capitol Hill this past Tuesday, and I quote, "We're at the point where a combination of the victims and the technology make it absolutely mandatory we move forward." Now, I think this is a good step overall. There's obviously going to be debates on this, debates on spending. There's always a debate on, well, should this be in the hands of the states, or such as states' rights or parents, and all of that. But anything that moves the ball forward on privacy in general, whether it's for kids, adults, or everyone in between, is so unbelievably important. And for the record, we have seen bipartisan legislation come through for cybersecurity, so privacy should be no different. At the end of President Trump's term, before President Biden took over, there was an almost unanimous bipartisan effort to get an IoT security bill passed through Congress. I actually interviewed one of the two sponsors of that, a congresswoman here from Illinois' 2nd District. So these things are absolutely possible to happen. Hopefully we'll see movement on this, but please, we're finally thinking of the children. If you know that Simpsons quote, that is, I think, so unbelievably important. We have to protect our kids online, and I think a lot of parents just don't know how, but if we start mandating these platforms with it, we should be also educating the parents so that we have a balance of the Facebooks of the world needing more transparency, more rigidity when it comes to kids, but also parents really understanding the threats, the pitfalls, and also the security controls they can be enabling, just even if it's the default, Google parental control or Apple parental control, not to mention more advanced parental control apps like Bark. So we're going to see what happens. I think this is a good thing. Hopefully both of these will pass and we'll start tightening up those privacy laws. Next up is adult cybersecurity and adult privacy that also needs to be done. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, and all of which, I should say, hopefully will be more secure for our kids and eventually us. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everyone.